Hey, welcome back. You can see that I farmed some echoes to complete the Fashionborn and get this Tomb Prospector outfit. Notice, again, this is the outfit for the church members going into the tombs, which are the Chalice dungeons, to look for more Great One artifacts and information. Notice how similar it looks to Alfred's garb, which we will get an Executioner set later, which will be his clothing, but that's sort of one of the things in Bloodborne is to sort of pay attention to that and realize, like, okay, this person is wearing that kind of, what do you want to call it? Cape? I mean, that's not really a cape.
Yeah, it's not a cloak, I mean.
Yeah. So they're wearing that means they're associated with the church, and the era of the church that they're associated with. So before we, or while we're gonna go into.
It's kind of like you're carrying a flag on your back.
We're gonna go into the Cathedral ward, and we're gonna clear out the Cathedral ward area. But as we're going there, the game just updated for us. So that kind of dates this recording of when we made it, but we're now running 1.04, and some of the things I've said have been changed. So there's a lot of the updates revolve around reducing the item cost and increasing the damage of the artifacts. So when I said earlier that a magic build is something that an arcane build is something you might do on a New Game Plus, that it's not great to start with. It's changed a bit. Now, what's the impact of that change? I don't know. It just came out today. One thing you mentioned, let's see, Rachel read the entire passage to me. One thing that she mentioned to me directly, so the old hunter bow now costs 4 quicksilver bullets to use. What were some of the other, let's go ahead and use these up. Alright, there we go. Insight. So, the Insight store, will now
appear after you get, 1 or more insight instead of 10, and then once it's unlocked, it'll remain unlocked for the rest of the game, even if you have 0 insight.
Excellent. So, that just doesn't come and go on you anymore. There was a lot of changes to Beasthood.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'll let you talk, because I'll just fight my way back up to where we were last night.
Yeah, there's an increases for the duration of Beasthood, and it improves the attack of Beast mode, and then the Beast Blood pellet item, its effect has been adjusted, which helps cause Beasthood, so.
So that makes Beast mode possibly more viable. One of the cooler things that were in the notes is that, don't do your little squirrely things. Come at me, bro. No, be a man. Be a man. Don't hide behind your little squirrely things. Oh, I didn't get my visceral to recover. One of the nicer things that was read is that now if you use password and in your online matching, which is kind of how you match with friends, there will be no level restrictions on password matches. So before, I believe the numbers were for cooperative plus or minus 20 levels, plus or minus an additional 20% of the requester's level. So if you were level 100, then 20% of 100 would be 20, and then you get another plus or minus hard 20. So you get plus or minus 40 to match with. And that was even upped from the default, which is still true on invasions, which is plus or minus 10. Both hard number 10 and then another 10%. I'm not explaining that well. Look it up online.
It'll also work if you two have hostile oaths against each other.
You with your little fairy dust. You stole. Oh, that Okay. Alright. Again, this is the start of a session. Takes me a few to get into it. I'm also trying to think, is there any other...
Well, they added the blood chunk item to the inside store.
Blood chunks are added to the inside store, but what's the cost?
After playing to the game to a point, it'll cost 30 insights.
30 insight. That's insane, because I think, like... Bloodstone chunks or shards were like an insight or two, and maybe they were like 3 or 4 insight for twin shards. So, spending 30? But the chunks were the problem. The Blood Rock is... There's one in your regular playthrough. You could get more in the Chalice dungeons. And you only need one of those per weapon. So even though they're really rare, you only need one per weapon and use it once. So that was not as big an issue as the chunks, which led to a very small number of places that you could actually farm them. And unfortunately, you would have like 4 creatures. There's, I'll point out when we get to that point later in the game. That dropped them at like a rate of maybe 1 every, Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get a visceral off on him.
Yeah, that's a lot better, actually.
1 every 10. No, he's gonna do his little walk thing. Okay, I'm gonna let him go. Nope, he's gonna come. Or is he just gonna, like... Did I hear something? I don't think so. Wait. No, I did. I hear you. Oh, you guys are all 3?
No, the scythe guy
2.
left.
Okay. Get in there before he does. Alright, cool. Now that attack sucks. I'll just let you know if you get caught in that blast. Alright, some cold blood. Actually, so... I'm coming up this side route instead of going to the front. I need to get to the front and unlock a lever, which is what I'm going for. But all these guys will attack you pretty much at once from the front, so... it's sort of the safer route to take these guys down. Especially since I'm doing all the insight and I've made them more difficult. Because you heard those big chains clinking, right? That's why they were clinking. So you have to deal with all of these jerks while fighting that guy. Not fun. Not on my things I want to do list.
And then you've got the insight, making them all harder.
I don't know if the insight makes the bell guys harder.
Yeah. Oh.
It definitely makes these church guardians harder. Okay, I think I'm okay. There's a dog over there. You can see him down there. I don't think he'll come up here to fight this guy with me. And I think I can go ahead and tango. I don't want to press on. That's toward the boss, which we're going to do after sort of clearing this gate area open. Alright. You want to dance? Let's dance. Oh! I did get caught. Alright, let me just heal up, because, like, 2 hits can kill me from this guy. I mean, they are slow. That's the lucky bits, I guess. Did that other guy, when I threw him off the edge? No, he didn't drop anything. Okay. Alright, let's get the dog. It's over here. Wow, dog. Like, I swore I got you twice right off the bat, but I guess not.
But the little dog, he just wants to play. Hope you mean
Will he play too rough? He needs to learn control. You know, one thing we haven't been looking at has been the Cold Blood dues. They actually change the messages.
Huh.
Thick cold blood. A strong will produces thick blood. Doubtless the product of obsession, a potent source of human strength. So, like, they'll talk more, like, the stronger and more potent the, you know, so I don't have to do it. Because I kind of want to do some of the side areas here before going into that area, but let me get that gate open just so I don't have to later. I don't think there's anything here. And then this area leads back to where we started, the first gate area. So you know what, we'll just start with this ladder. There's 2 side paths that there's no real creatures up here, maybe some crows or so, but it's mostly just items. So you can get Numbing Mist. Alright, this is the first time we've seen Numbing Mist. This is nasty stuff. Throw to create a mist cloud that numbs a hunter's life essence and prevents the restoration of HP, said to be used by the blood hunters of Canehurst. Its recipe is secretly guarded by a line of nobles inhabiting that castle. So Canehurst is the ones who stole the blood and the church did not like. But they also came up with this numbing mist thing. And in true Bloodborne fashion, you find this item leading up to a boss. One of the things that Victor Amelia does is heal herself.
Yes, it's recommended that you bring some numbing mist with you to the fight.
So that is
we don't play fair.
Good thing to find. And I think at this point we just drop down. I don't think this one has a ladder. There might be a bird or 2 up here I'm just being careful about, but there's a couple other items. There's one. The Black Messenger hat. So this is just another little decoration. A symbol of the preventative hunters of the Healing Church. So this is the hats that the Church Guardians are wearing. Preventative hunters, so it's a nice way of saying guard, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
We're peacekeepers. And why do you have guns? To keep the peace.
Getting kind of
Alright, I think that's it on this side. Like I said, these little side areas weren't that long. Now I'm back at these stairs. I can come back up here. I think that was all the, there was some more updates. I almost did miss something. More cold blood. Yeah, there's some giants that walk out there. Okay. There's an easy to miss ladder over here because it's dark. But you can get up here. Some quicksilver bullets. Let's see. And also, you can get over here. So if you had bought the, let's see if I can get over here and you can see it. So, that gate door right down there where the shiny light is, okay, on the ground, is the gate that I just opened from the inside. If you had spent the 10,000 blood echoes, that blue gate area right next to my hat that I'm going back and over again, okay? That is where you would have come in at. And you would have to have gone to that side light there. You can kind of see there's an opening on that side. We're going to check it out in a minute. And that would lead you up here. And that would be the way that you would open this gate if you didn't come the route that we came. Okay, I don't think there's anything up here to get. So, this leads back to that area. I don't know if I want to go this route, though. Dropping down into here is dropping into 3 or 4 guys. I think I'm behind them. They may be looking at me. So, I'm going to do this slowly. because I may want to do this. Yep, I don't want to try this. I can just take these guys out from the front. Well, I kind of want to do it, and I kind of shouldn't, but... I'm just going to take his hit. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. That was a bad mistake. I was kind of hoping the other one, if I just took his hit, the other ones wouldn't aggro on me. And I wouldn't have to deal with him. That's okay. I'm not going to go back that route. And I'll come in that way from the front, which seems to be a little bit easier to deal with. Any other 1.04 things that seemed interesting, worth mentioning?
I'll
I
go
think.
over them and see.
Basically, there were some changes to weapons and stamina usage to make some of the bigger, slower weapons more useful. Everything seemed to make the game easier. Like, everything was a tweak.
Well, an important one is they adjusted the resistance and vulnerability of some enemies to bolt and arcane attacks. That seems...
Yeah, they didn't quite
important.
say, like, which way either.
You know...
They just adjusted the resistance. That almost sounds like it's going to be bad. And there might be some enemies I think are weak to a certain attack, and then find that they aren't.
Yep.
So, this time, I'm not going to mess with these guys, and I'm just going to go this way.
There is the reduced Quicksilver cost for a Call Beyond and a Corbell.
Yeah, those are also artifacts.
There's Choir.
There's a bunch of Madman's Knowledge in this area. Okay, there's two giants. Okay, they're kind of splitting up right now, so let's take on one at a time here.
Chalice Dungeon Boss will drop random gems in addition to weapon enhancement materials, so...
Yeah, so we weren't planning to do Chalice Dungeons on this, lore play. There is some lore in the Chalice Dungeons, but it's just a lot of, fighting. It's not... I don't say it's bad. Compared to the handcrafted world, of Bloodborne, the random generatedness of, or even just the asset reuse that goes on in the Chalice Dungeons, and they're all laid out kind of on a grid, it's not interesting. So what I may do, because they also up the blood echoes, right?
Yes, they up the blood echoes that are dropped.
I may use that for my off-camera leveling, just so we can be a bit leveled. Because on my regular playthroughs, you know, there would be spots where I would grind a bit on some enemies. Oh, jeez, I got caught by that and I didn't even see it. Oh, that was cheap.
My favorite little thing they did was they adjusted the brightness of the screen when you get back your blood echoes.
Oh yeah, we should see that.
I'd complain about how I'd pick up my blood echoes and suddenly I can't see where the heck I am anymore, so I might as well just die again right after picking up my blood echoes. And I'll be in the middle of a boss fight and it's like, I kind of liked those blood echoes, so I'll pick them up and now I can't see the boss. I might be exaggerating a bit, but it's still, it sucked.
Well, I know, I mean, yeah, maybe exaggerating a little, but it is something like I've done too, where I just intentionally not grab my echoes because I'm in a fight and it'll just take over my screen. Yeah, I can just get to you before you even start your shenanigans. Alright. Alright, let's do this better this time.
Yeah, that seemed like all the major ones.
I'm most stoked about the removing the level matching, because now I can take my really high level in the hundreds or 120 something, 30 something, I don't know where she's at, character, and help people now. Which, I was pretty certain that I was gonna miss. You're kidding me! That is ridiculous range. That was 3 jump backs. Alright.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good spot to end this episode.
Yeah.
And then, when I get those cleared out, I'll clear out those 2 giants, and then we'll pick up, from there. So, until next time.